Okay, so we're going over Who's Crying Now by Journey from Escape in 1981. It is written by Steve Perry and Jonathan Cain, and it's a great solo. As you know, it is the first solo I learned. Not as good as I didn't learn it that great back then, but it always stuck with me. I knew the basics of it, and I played it whenever I feel like it. And so it was great. It's an emotional song, and that may have had something to do with my my bending and my vibrato emotion that I try and put into it. So Neal Schon was definitely an influence in that. But anyway, we'll go through the chords. It's in the beginning, especially, these are the important chords, which is A minor, G, A minor, G, F, G, F, and C, F, E, and G. And then it kind of repeats, using basically the same chords throughout the song. But definitely you get the A minor and the F. It's a good solution that's A minor. And you got the E, which is good. And anyway, Neal takes his time on this solo, and I don't know if Jonathan Cain wrote the chords out and Neal followed, or maybe that's what I would assume. And so Neal just played along with the chords. And it's a nice solo. You don't rush. It's emotional and it's great. And you kind of play along with the chords, which is what I attempted to do with the piano part. Okay, so that's done 3 times, and I'll show you the basics of that. It's bend up from the D to the E, and vibrato on the D, and you're hitting the G on the 20th fret, 2nd string. Vibrato that, and then we got up to this point, vibrato on the C, and go through that again. And once more. And the 3rd time. And we're vibratoing on the B, and then we hit the A on the B on the G string. The 14th and 16th fret. So as I'm holding that vibrato, I'm mainly using my 3rd finger, but the 2nd finger is supporting it. But actually it just feels natural to do that. So we got that part, and slide, and then we go through it again. Now that part is the same part, but yet we're from the original phrase, but we're bending up on the 20th fret on the 2nd string up to the A, like that. Such as that, and then so you can do that twice. And then we still resolve at the A and the B. Okay, and we move on. And that's D, E, G, and A on the 4th and 3rd strings. D and G strings. Slide down, and then hit the hammer and pull off on the G, A, to the D, and then continuing with the A minor scale, which is the A minor pentatonic, and we're going to slide G, A to D is where we're at, and then C, D, E, C, A to C. I give it a little half bend there, maybe. But that's just what I do. I don't think Neal does that. But it's all this. That's what Neal's doing. Is all the pentatonic right there. Vibrato right there on the D, and then, as I said, vibrato in the A right there, and then let's get the C, and we're moving on up to the 12th fret again, and that is sliding from D to E, G to A, bend up a half step from B to C, and then B, C, G, bend up the D a whole step to the E, and resolve on the D. Such as that. Such as that. And we'll move on. And that's all done on the B and E string, sliding from D to E to G to A, and resolving on E. So now we'll start down here. Right there in the E. And then we got which is the G major pentatonic, which is G, A, B, D, E, G, A, B, D, E, and then G, A. In my memory, I revert back to where I learned that solo. I mean, that scale. Pretty cool. So, that is improvisable, if you want. Is play the G major pentatonic. But of course, you want to stay with Neal. But this is the great thing about the solo, is you can improv a little and have it be a great solo that sounds like Neal, but sounds like you as well. But anyway, that part is D, E, B, D, A, B, E. So it's kind of like this. Yep. So I go from the major pentatonic, which is D, E, B, D, B, D, A, and then B to E. And I believe that's the way Neal did it. It's definitely the B to the E to resolve that, and slide down. And then it's the main thing that we just learned is he goes back to the intro of the outro guitar solo. And then Neal, if you listen to the very end of the solo, he throws in a few improvised licks, which I don't know what they are, but basically up here. Could be something like that, which is just using the A minor pentatonic on the B and E strings at the 17th fret. So, I'll play it one time without the piano, and we'll see how it goes. Oh, and remember this part is the B, C, G, C. Which I was playing on the piano as a way to get into the main part of the guitar chords so I can get back to the chair. I'm sure you don't want to know that, but anyway. B, C, G, C is what the part is before the guitar solo. So here we go into the guitar solo. Okay, we're going to go with that as the end of the solo. And I saw Neal with bad English and as in Journey. And Neal played great guitar solo, but he just played a bunch of, well, everybody plays scales, but he just, his improv guitar solo spot that everybody did back in the 80s and 90s was impressive, but it was not as impressive as his emotional playing. And that's what Neal Schon's best at. But I love the Bad English album, the first one, which I think is called Bad English. That you should check out. That's cool stuff. But which Neal's playing some fast guitar and some melody, emotional stuff too. So I recommend Bad English, the first record. Some great songs on that. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to say is that the guitar players that influenced me was well, maybe three. Steve Clark from Def Leppard had a Les Paul, the Sunburst, and it was a standard, I think. But anyway, not Steve so much as far as guitars, but Jimmy Page influenced me to get a Les Paul, which I think a lot of people were influenced by that guitar. 58, and I think he has a 59 Gibson Les Paul Sunburst, and with that crack here in the middle, that's cool on that. But I don't know, maybe it's the color. I just wanted to go with the standard that Jimmy Page had, but yet not the Pro Deluxe, Les Paul Pro Deluxe that Neal Schon had. So it could say compromise, but I already knew what I wanted. I like the black that Neal had, which he had the P90, which I don't think he ever used. But the P90 and the Les Paul Deluxe, and then it looks like a Super DiMarzio distortion humbucker to me. And I saw the Live in Houston concert video and got a good look at that Les Paul Pro Deluxe, which I bet he used to record the solo. And it had the original Floyd Rose without the tuners that Floyd made in his garage. And I think, from what I heard, Neal Schon was the first one to get it. Edward Van Halen and then Brad Gillis, of course, were the first three to get it. But the order that they receive it doesn't matter. Not to me anyway. I just thought I'd bring that up. And the strap was at the same time that I got the guitar, and it happens to be the same one that Neal has. It's a Dr. Song. It's a lovely strap. And the other thing about this particular kind of guitar on the Les Paul Pro Deluxe is that Jeff Beck had it, except it's different, obviously. But his was a P90s and changed them with the humbuckers, the black ribbons. And it had, from what I heard, it was a 1954 modified Les Paul they bought from somebody. And I don't know, they call it ox blood. It's the color of Jeff Beck's Blow by Blow Les Paul Pro Deluxe. And anyway, I guess that's enough information. I think that's about it. And I love to play Les Paul Pro Deluxe that Neal Schon has. But anyway. Oh, and the reason is that it got the brass, the stainless steel input here, which a lot of them have plastic that you see. So I thought that was cool. So anyway, that's about it. So I've gone through the solo, and we've gone through the chords, and the solo's in A minor, and I believe the whole song's in A minor. And I think we'll leave it at that, and I'll play the solo one time through with the piano again for the actual solo. Okay, so there at the end I was improvising a little bit. But I hope to say that I went through the whole solo good enough for you. And something else I'd like to say is that the solo starts out here, repeats, and bends at the 20th fret, 2nd string. And so on. But is that, for me, it always was helpful, and I wanted to take it on myself and learn the song that I was trying to learn. And the example of that is that I learned the exact, the exact solo of Rock You Like a Hurricane by watching the video. So drummers can watch and learn how to play it. Guitar players can watch video and learn how to play the song. And that's what happened to me. Now that's an E progression. And the solo, they just happened to get a great shot of Matthias playing the guitar solo. And that helped me out. It's like, oh, up here, then here. And of course, then I used my ear. But I guess what I'm saying is that if I didn't get it all, which I know I did, I went through it all. But if not, then you know where to get the rest of the information. Is here at the 17th fret, here at the 12th fret, then it moves down to the 5th fret, and then back to the 12th fret, and works its way up to the 15 and 17. And then etc., etc. So, I talked about the Strat that I got from a music store as a gift. And it's the same one as Neal. And I have a Les Paul Standard. And you have your guitar. So, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.